Arsenal 4-0 PSV. Whole front three scored and Odegaard scored.
Martinelli injured though,
Yeah.
so Martinelli couldn't play. He wasn't even.
Wait, do you know how long it is for?
How long?
No, do you know?
No,
No.
I
I
hope
don't
he's
know.
back for North London.
It better not
Derby,
be
but
long.
It's good to give Trossard because I do think Trossard.
played well
he's
too.
he's such
He's
a great talent.
player.
And I think putting him on, we should have, like, in most games, we should always be subbing him on because he's just a great player and he scored in the last 2 games now. So
Yeah, no, Trossard is. Yeah. Obviously, everyone knew it at Brighton, but since he's come to Arsenal, he's gone a bit under the radar. He's an amazing player. He just doesn't get the game time he deserves, I think. But with Martinelli injured, that will give him a chance to maybe show himself again to Arteta.
Yeah, Havertz as well. He
Just don't talk about it.
was.
no,
You know,
I didn't think he was that
Trust
bad
the
last
process,
night. Like,
maybe.
last night he shown
Yeah.
that he was good, and I think soon when he like fully gets a team and he like knows the players he's around, all that, I think he will start scoring. But
yeah.
I just think he's had a rocky start.
Any signs of hope for him?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, there
because
are
he is a
some.
good player and he's had experience in Champions League. He's won it, but I think he'll do better in the Champions
I
League.
don't think. Obviously, he's had a couple 6 rough games for Arsenal already, nearly hitting the 007 facts. But no, I don't think the rest of his career at Arsenal will be like this. I think soon, well, hopefully soon, but some point at Arsenal he's going to turn this round and not scoring a lot. But I think he won't be how he is now. He won't be terrible. I think he'll turn it round.
A statement win as well, because
I know.
a 4-0 on
First
the
game
opening
back
day
in the
of
Champions League.
People like maybe Sevilla are the hardest team.
Yeah,
in there,
but they
maybe
drew
Lens.
with Lens, and
They'll-
everyone thought everyone would beat Lens. So
Lons.
Holland, yeah. And but yeah, teams now in the Champions League coming to the Emirates. It's
scary.
I don't like to say, but it's like a fortress. You know,
Yeah.
people don't like coming to the Emirates.
It's a good statement for our first game back in 7 years. I can't remember what it was. It was like 2,300 something days since we were last in the Champions League.
Although I
Can't
don't-
imagine what West Ham's would be like. No.
Have
I
they
think,
ever been in?
What in the
No, I'm
Champions League? No. Our highest finish was 5th, I think. So I don't think we've ever just managed to
That's
scrape
rough.
it. Although we did win. We've won the. Well, it was the European Cup at the time. That was the Europa League. So I don't really know. But yeah. Do you think Arsenal can carry this into the league in the North London derby?
I think it'll be a lot. I think the thing is, you got to look. Spurs they've been knocked out of Carabao Cup and they have no European games, so they've had all this time to like prepare, and there's no chance of injuries like
Because you'd have
Martinelli.
been focusing
Yeah.
on this game, wouldn't you?
And I think because now we've just. I'm glad we didn't have to fly out anywhere. I just think because we've been focusing on that game, and because we've got a game, there'll be a few players that might be injured or something, and so I think that gives Spurs an advantage. But after a 4-0 win, we should be looking like, we can win. We're a good
top
team.
the group probably.
Yeah,
We'll top the group, yeah.
Have
Well,
to.
we should.
Who's the biggest threat? Do you think?
Sevilla. Yeah.
Sevilla, definitely.
They're the strongest team out of the lot.
Do you think there's anyone in your group that you can lose to?
Sevilla, maybe.
Sevilla away.
Sevilla
I think
would be
PSV.
Sevilla away would be the only
Even
game
at home.
that I'd be really scared.
I saw something about how PSV. It must have been away. PSV haven't won in the Champions League away for since 2015 or something.
Really?
And
I
they've
think,
been in
yeah.
it every year.
Wow.
PSV at home, I think, will still win. Lens or Mons, whatever, we're going to beat them away and home. And I think Sevilla at home, just with the crowd, we should win. And the
away
main
game at
struggle
Sevilla will
is
be the biggest
away
struggle,
game at
definitely.
Sevilla. Yeah.
I think it was good to have PSV as your first game
Yeah.
at home as well.
Give us
Because
that boost.
if it was away against Sevilla,
That
it wouldn't have been as much of a boost if you won it than it is a 4-0 win at the Emirates, especially going into the North London
Definitely
derby.
agree.
Do you think you can win
gonna-
it now then?
That's going to be a great game. I mean, to be fair, I always thought we'd win it, but I am obviously probably the most scared I've been about a North London derby in a while because Spurs are looking good.
They're doing really
And like
well.
Theo said,
They can turn
they
up
don't
on.
they don't have any
nights.
competitions to train for right now.
Yeah.
So
Remember, was it? It must have been last year or the year before when. No, it was last year because Arsenal were challenging for the title, and then they played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and was it 3-0 there?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Or-
No.
No, it was the season
2.
before, wasn't it? Because
No, we won twice against them last season. We won both games.
Yeah, so it was the season before. But it can happen where Spurs are having a rocky
I think
patch,
Rob
but
Holding
then
got
they
a red
do
card
turn up.
against them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Oh, I
turn up
remember
in
that
those, in those games. And yeah, a derby. You never know.
You're always
looking
looking
and
forward
honestly, in
to
my
a derby,
opinion, I
like-
think we discussed this one time before. We said it was either Arsenal Spurs or Liverpool Man U. But in my opinion, Arsenal Spurs is the best. No, one of them or the best rivalry in the Premier League.
Because it's a rivalry. Like,
Definitely.
you look at Liverpool and Everton, they're not evenly matched. But then when it comes to a game against them, Everton look really up for it. And they actually look like a good team against them.
That's
So,
what derbies do.
yeah.
They bring out the fight in
The
you,
best.
you know. And is there any underdogs in the North London derby? Do you think?
I don't.
Did the Spurs go into it?
I thought
underdogs?
Spurs would be, but just because of
I
how
don't
they've
know.
started, they
They've
seem.
got like a little spark, haven't they? Just
Yeah.
of,
No, I don't think there are any under. I think if there.
But they
No,
would have
'cause we
been
just won in
training.
Champions League.
They
I don't
would have
know.
been training.
No,
the
I
whole
don't
week.
think. I think right now they're even.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're even teams right now. There's not an underdog, really.
there you go.